Rex Ferry, President and CEO of Valley Electrical Consolidated in Girard, Ohio, sat down with Dr. Ross Koppel from the University of Pennsylvania and the Social Research Corporation to get an update on Dr. Koppel's current project investigating the lessons learned from the Florida Initiative.
Ross, for our members of the Foundation and also for NECA members, could you explain the Florida Initiative?
Sure. It's an agreement in Florida between the contractors, the NECA contractors, and the IBEW that gives the contractors tremendous flexibility in how they hire people. They can hire people right off of the street and then send them for training later.
Flexibility. That's an exciting word as a contractor. I mean, I'm excited to hear that. So I'm sure the fellows in Florida that are applying this, it's got to be working out real well for them.
So far they're all ecstatic, but what we don't know is how it's working on a systematic level. We have only episodic and individual reports. What we need is something that looks at it systematically, and that's where I'll be doing a systematic analysis of the marketplace and surveys of the complete workforce and of the Florida contractor.
Ross, have you found there's any disadvantages to the Florida Initiative at this point?
There are some. Some business agents who work for the IBEW have different interpretations than others, and so there's been some conflict in what is the level of supervision, the ratio of journeymen to other workers. There's concern on both sides that this will disappear or be taken over by the other side. And both of them, from my interview so far, love it and they don't want to see it disappear. There's also a concern that journeymen are not used to supervising that level of workers without the previous experience that an apprentice would have who came up through the training program. And so the journeymen find that they have to learn supervisory skills that they've never previously had, and for which, frankly, they've not been prepared.
Have you found this working in other areas, in other parts of the country? Any kind of success stories that we can share with our members?
There are elements of the Florida Initiative that are in extent in 5 or 6 states, and they've been very successful. They don't have everything that the Florida Initiative has, in that they don't have the combination of all of those elements, but there are flexibility in hiring, there's flexibility in recruiting, there's greater opportunities for training that go beyond the usual contract. And most people are very pleased with it.
So you say in your study it's still too early to say that you're seeing success, or there's a measured success there as far as it working or not?
I can say from interviews with a fair number of Florida people and with others that they think it's a fabulous success, but we don't have any systematic data.
And then how about the other initiatives, the other 50 state initiatives? Is there any measurement there yet, or too early also?
Well, it's not that it's too early. Nobody's sought to measure
it.
their participation in this. We know that they've been successful where they are. We also don't know if what works in Florida will work in Chicago or the like. Florida had a specific situation which was very little union work. There are a lot of states where the union is predominant in the construction industry, in the electrical construction industry, and the unions express less interest. There are also, in Florida, there are language issues. Very often these lower level workers come without the ability to speak English. So very often you need an interpreter who is often a sort of semi-unofficial foreman. And that works out successfully as long as you've got him, but if you're missing him, then you're communicating with hand signals, which is a heck of a way to try to convey a blueprint for 600 volts.